What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to a new trading education video. I would say if I would have to classify this video, it would be kind of intermediate slash advanced. When talking about trading, because it's not about indicators, it's not that much about technical analysis. I call it a bit of fundamentals behind trading, but it's not really fundamentals. I think it's still part of technicals, but like advanced technicals that a lot of people don't know about and don't use. And I think that's, well, not a problem, but that is definitely a missed opportunity. So in this video, what we will do is we'll talk about funding rates. We'll briefly touch upon what they are, but most of the video will be about how you can actually use them to make more profit with your trades. All right, and also it's also an indication kind of where to look and which cryptos to trade. But we'll still talk about that a little bit later. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. I normally just do daily analysis and other types of new crypto reviews and stuff, but I also try to put out some trading education for free on the channel. I have a playlist called Crypto and Trading Education, filled with education. If you're interested in that, consider subscribing. But for now, let's get right into it. So first of all, funding rates. If you really want to know what they are in depth, what I would do is type in funding rates Cilinix. And then you'll find a video that I uploaded 2 or 3 weeks ago with the full definition and what funding rates are. But technically what it is that sometimes there's a difference for a crypto between the spot price and the futures, the perpetual futures price. And the reason for that is that they're practically other assets, all right? With spot, you actually buy the crypto. With futures, you buy the contract to either buy or sell the crypto. And the demand and supply sometimes are different, all right? Causing the price to be different. Because sometimes, just to give you a reason why that might happen, is that if a crypto on spot is going up, then it's way less risky to buy on spot and join the rally if it's rallying there than on futures. Because on futures, there's usually more risk involved. So therefore, the demand may be higher for spot than for futures. And that causes some sort of a price imbalance. And what then happens is that funding rates are established so that it will actually be... so that it's actually stimulated that people will go long and that people do not go short, all right? So what happens is that, for example, right now, it's best to work with examples. We're on BingX right now, which, by the way, I'm also partnered with right now. There will be a link down in the description where you can sign up. I think they're a great exchange. I would not work with them if I did not think that. And if you sign up via the link down in the description, you actually get $50 in a bonus if you sign up. So check that out. But here on BingX, for example, here on the top, and I'm actually not sure if you can see that. Now you should be able to see that. Let me check it out. Yeah, here at the top, it's the same for every exchange. You'll see the funding and the countdown. All right, so this is the rate, and it changes. There are rounds. It changes every 8 hours usually. So what happens is that if the price on spot is higher than the price on futures, the exchanges want the price to be the same, so they actually reward it if you go long, and you have to pay funding fees because it's a zero-sum game, right? So if you short GFT, for example, right now, you'll have to pay 0.6% on your total position value every funding round, all right? So that's multiple times a day, which is disastrous if you're short, and therefore it's very important to understand this. But it could be amazing if you're long, all right? So that is the whole idea of it. It actually allows you sometimes to make way more money on your long positions if the funding rate is actually is very high or very low. So how can you accurately find these cryptos? You go to CoinGlass, and I'll leave the links to this down in the description, hopefully. But if you go to CoinGlass, then here at the top, you can see funding rates. You click that, and then for now, we'll take a look at BingX. You sort by ascending, and then you'll see the cryptos that have the highest or lowest, whatever you want to call it. Technically, it's lowest because it's minus funding rates. So then you can accurately define cryptos where you would actually get paid if you are long, where you get paid a significant amount if you are long. So I would not necessarily go long on all of these cryptos, all right? But at least it indicates where there's an opportunity. And what you can then do is you can, for example, start analyzing GFT and say, well, the funding rates are great. I actually think this will continue going up, which, by the way, is not what I think, but just as an example. Then you have found a crypto where it's possible to go long, and you think that's a good idea because that's a necessary part of the equation, and you get paid 0.6% of your total position value in funding fees, all right, every 8 hours. So that's 3 times a day, which amounts to almost 2% on your total position value, which can be quite high if you're using leverage, that you just gain for holding the long position. So it doesn't even need to be in it doesn't even need to be in profit. Something you should know, though, is that the funding rate changes every round. So it might be a 0.6% right now that you'll gain, but the next round it could be 0.01%, right? So then you gain nothing anymore. But this really is like most people don't know about it. Well, it's a great way to actually find cryptos where there is that difference, all right? So then it already is better to long that position, and other traders do the same. So there is actually it's actually a bullish indication as well for the price of a crypto if the funding rate is so high, if the funding costs are so high. And apart from that, you can actually gain some more money if the opportunity looks great, all right? So it's not only that the funding rate needs to be high for the opportunity to look great, technically it should also look good. All right, so that's the main way you can use these funding rates and these funding fees to make a little bit more money while trading. What you could also do if you want to is you could also just check out the highest funding rates right here. And for example, on Binance, well, let's check out if something is high. Yeah, on Bybit right now, Loom is 1.4%. What you could do is you could go to Loom and then just before the funding round is over, go long, because you will get the 1.4% on your position value, and then just open it just before the funding round is over, and then the funding round is over, you get the funding fees, and then close it. Tricky, but it's something you could try, right? It doesn't work 100% because usually when the funding round is over, price actually drops down a bit. So if you're long then you will make a loss in trading while making a profit in funding fees, etc., etc. All right, but hopefully this video was, well, not necessarily an eye-opener for you, but hopefully it was valuable to you. If you do have any questions about anything I said, because it might be a little bit advanced, depending on how experienced of a trader you are, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching, take care, and bye.